So how many of you think 75 basis point rate cut this year, right? Maybe? All right, so mortgage bankers, I know most of you are mortgage brokers, but mortgage bankers, I'm going to talk from a mortgage banker's perspective. Most mortgage bankers have been, the war cry has been survive till 25. We did a survey of the major warehouse lenders in the industry. They told us about 99.9% of all mortgage bankers that they're banking have had eight consecutive quarters of losses. And if you understand the Freddie Fannie regs and Ginnie regs, that's a bad spot to be in. I think that these rate, given where the 10 years Treasury is doing, could be just in time for many people, which is a good thing. The strategy has been to survive through gap accounting tricks, MSR write-ups, things like that. So let's get the hand of God, Chairman Powell, to shower some money on us. Or let's look at how AI can solve that problem. Not much time, so I got this QR code is my Instagram account. I don't think there's going to be any time for questions at the end of it, so scan it, connect to me on Instagram, and feel free to DM me and ask me questions. So there's a lot of content we're going to get through really fast today. Also, if you scan and DM me, you get a chance to win some cash. I'm going to shower money on you, even if Chairman Powell doesn't. So you get a chance to win some cash. Everyone wins some gifts. Turn surviving into thriving. Dramatically cut operations cost and increase, also not just cut costs, but increase business. And actually AI will deliver more business to you. Okay, so remember, two things in the business: you need either more volume or reduce cost, obviously to get profitability. 20th century loan origination platforms, you kind of feel like the caveman, the Geico caveman up there, living the Stone Ages. This is how the LOS, the old, you've all experienced this.
One eternity later.
You're moving along, I'm all out of time cards.
It's the current process, so you got to go in and type through the 1003, take a loan application, get every little detail right. Exciting announcements to make today. And thanks to Vince, he dragged me out here through a hurricane to do this. I'd do anything for Vince, so that's okay. Already, there's a lot of brokers and realtors are already using Angel to generate marketing. So you can generate free websites. It's all for free. Everything AngelAi does is for free, and generate free marketing with it. Websites, thousands of flyers, social media posts, listings, co-brand, and it's all private label. It's all branded for you with your company, your licensing, and so forth. Leads go to you. It costs you nothing to get this up and running. Second, and this is the big announcement, so the AngelAi system that I use in my mortgage company as a whole, that does the whole thing from taking the loan out from the consumer all the way through secondary and delivering and hedging, I'm making that completely free. Okay, you all can use it, access it. It's actually done and working. One of our first guinea pig customers sitting right here. Thank you, Troy.
Imagine, if you can, for a second, funding a loan with 2 dozen text messages through the AI chat. I am blown away. I submitted an application over the weekend, and Monday morning I had a fully approved loan, true approved loan on a TBD property. I'm removing the financing contingency for this customer, and it was all via AngelAi chat. I did not open my laptop. I literally didn't get up off the couch. It was that easy. Battle scars of being the first one to test it out. I'm going to be able to use the entire system to originate and process your loans and close your loans either as a broker or as a mini core or as a full correspondent. No obligation, no fee. And the whole reason I'm doing this, one of the reasons, is to get the industry reset and think, okay, there's a different way. The paradigm shifts when you're doing it with AI. Let's talk about what that paradigm is, and let's hear from a loan officer that just originated a loan.
Hi, my name is Nancy Bayette with Amerifi, powered by eMortgage Capital. I'm helping my team. I will take all of the steps, upload it to AngelAi, and ask it a prompt. Generate a 1003 for me. Once it does that, I'll have it calculate income. I can have it order a VOE. I can, ask to submit the loan, ask to lock in the rate. What is the rate on this? Any prompt. If you guys aren't using it, I gotta tell you, you're missing out on a free virtual assistant. Ask it any guideline question. It's my best friend. We're best friends. I even have her shirt on. Cheers.
top 1% brokers in the country. She loves AngelAi. She uses it on a regular basis. And remember, when she uses it, she doesn't necessarily deliver the loans to my mortgage company. She uses my tech company, but has no requirement to deliver to my mortgage company. So she's free to deliver anywhere she wants. You can get these shirts for free. You go to Angel and you say, I want a t-shirt, she'll send you one. So mortgage bankers, particularly mortgage bankers, you all know how they operate, right? You're going to lose money on every deal and make it up in volume, right? And the reason they do that is because of the fixed overhead, right? The fixed overheads is massive, and if you scale down, if you cut that fixed overhead down, then the next wave, it's so hard to build it back up. And all you can do then, you just keep throwing, slashing pricing, cutting your margins, finding a way to get more volume. At least is better than the alternative. And that's the challenge with the non-AI world, is there's no scalability. AI world, scalability is not a problem because AI does it all. And the consequence to the customer, whether it's the realtor or the borrower, is that everything's on demand. Right? You make a request, right? And the important thing that Nancy said in that is that she doesn't fill a 1003. She gives a prompt, give me the 1003. Okay, so in other words, she puts in the documents, the AI prepares the 1003. Think about that for a minute. You don't have to fill in a 1003. Everything is on demand, including the approval. And the approvals are warranted. So where my finance company comes in, I put a 100% warranty behind it. So that means if the AI gives you an approval, and it did it wrong and it shouldn't have been approved, you could submit it to my mortgage company, and I will stand behind it, whatever the AI said. I put my money where my mouth is, and I've always honored it. I've only had to honor it 4 times. I always honor it. 95 basis points, and we did the math, we broke it down. This is what an average mortgage banker or mortgage company can save by turning on this platform. It's startling. How does it work? The right side, your left, get my hand, very big step. On your left, that's the 20th century loan processing, and as you know, I think almost every system out there, only one person can be in the system at one time. Right, so one person in the system is locked, no one else can go and make any edits. So they're sequential, they're rules-based, and they're very delicate. So if the rules change, the system goes through a big, long update cycle. AI world, with Angel, we have tens of thousands of bots, each one doing one thing, and they're running in parallel, updating the loan amount, updating income, cash to close, whatever, right? The things happen all the time. It's reading the emails and looking at what's happening, what inbound traffic is coming from the emails, is looking at documents, is looking at different input from different people. And these bots are running simultaneously, and each one is doing their own little thing, right? And each one's updating and making decisions on their own, and they have to somehow keep the data concurrent and valid, right? If you get a pay stub and you update the pay stub, you could affect the cash to close. You could change the approval. You could change the loan amount. You may have to reduce the loan amount. You may have to do so many things, change products. You may have to run through ability to repay all over again. A high cost test. So all of these things have to happen. So the way traditional systems work, non-AI systems work, is they do it sequentially. That's why they have to lock you out. Right? They're rules-based. The rules are delicate. They're fragile. They can break easily. You go in, and then they do everything one at a time. They only process one of those things at one time. Okay, and that's why they're slow and difficult, and they require so much manual oversight. When it really comes down to it, if you were to, and I'm going to geek out for a second, so each of those data points, you could represent those, like a data point, like a loan amount, or cash to close, or whatever. You can represent those in a vector space, and it's probably like a 100-dimensional vector space. Okay, and then you have 10,000 plus bots operating on those vectors, and then those 10,000 bots can interact with each other, right? In different ways. How many different ways can you organize a deck of cards with 10,000 cards in it, right? So if you multiply all that out, it's something like 10 to the power of 1,000 combinations. Okay, and that's like more atoms than there are in the galaxy. Right? And that's what the AI has to do, is weed through all that, make decisions, and find the best cost path. Imagine that. And how many GPUs do you think that's going to take to get through all of that and make a decision just because of one pay stub update? And at the same time, you're getting emails and you're getting all these other things. It's all got to happen. It's got to happen within a fraction of a second. Right? That's how this thing works. Right? And so how do you do it? Right? There aren't enough GPUs on the planet to power something this big. Well, that's where the algorithms come in. That's where the math comes in. And if I wanted to go in the math, you all would fall asleep. And years and years of engineering and mathematics and to build this engine that can do this, right? So the part that you all see, which is the chat, you just text and in response to your text, understands what you said and in response to it, that's actually the easiest part. Right? The hardest part is trying to keep this data concurrent and the algorithm that can do simultaneously all of these things. That's the hard part. So why do I do it? Why do I just give it away? Well, I think, right there. It costs so little. I've already built it. It costs me so little to spread so much love. Right? And that's really important. And because by spreading love, I expand the market. First of all, I expand the market for AI. I get you all introduced to it. I get you all to understand it. And it is a change. It's a new neural pathways you have to establish in your brain and the different ways of doing things. Right? That you can just text. You don't have to take a loan app anymore. That blows your mind right away. The ultimate goal, what I'm building here, is a global financial marketplace. Now, I'm not just talking about a US. I'm talking about a global financial marketplace. I'm connecting because the AI is just a matter of training. I can enter any market in the world for financial services that I could just train. I could give it the rules. I could go give the rules for France or Saudi Arabia or India or whatever, and it will just learn it. I could start offering financial products there. So the idea is to create a global marketplace of financial professionals, of consumers, and financial products, right? Service providers, insurance companies, banks, whatever, and connect everyone together in one AI platform. The other big reason is brand love. We're getting tons of brand love. So the 6-month rollout plan, I already talked about the free LOS. So one of the other things that I missed on the other slide, which is huge, which is just about ready to release. So the free LOS or LOS replacement. And how many are familiar with Phone Burner? It costs about $200, $300 a month. Right? In the refi world, or a system like that where you dial out through a lot of calls, a lot of bars up one after the other. We have that system. We built it. We built a similar system, better than that, built into AngelAi. So we're going to make that's what our own outbound dialers use. That is going to be opened and released to you. And the only thing you would pay for is the toll charges, like half a cent a minute or something, right? So normally you would be paying $250, $300 per agent per month. That would be, you're going to get a completely out of the box in AngelAi. Same thing that we use. And we make hundreds of, like 1 million calls a month are we made by this system. And you're going to get it automatically. If you go to angelai.com, you can see all the plugins that we already have in it. DocuSign, how many of you use some kind of Adobe Sign or things like that, right? We already have a built-in, we call it Angel Sign, and the whole electronic signing system is built in, is free. It costs real money. Blockchain, secure wallet, that's in QC right now, it's going to be released. Make the leap forward into the blockchain, crypto world. Insurance, we have a couple of insurance partners already in place. That's right on the corner. Payday loans, again, that doesn't directly affect you guys, but it is an important service that we're going to be providing to our country because payday loans are so expensive. Like the people who need the money the most, right, pay the highest fees. It's like 30%. We're going to be able to cut that down to a fraction by letting the AI do it. Online banking, credit cards, you name it, the whole suite of financial products will be in there this year. The most important thing, I think the most exciting thing is your 2024 tax returns that you will file in 2025, AngelAi will prepare them for you. Right, no cost. Right. The whole goal of AngelAi, why we're doing that, the whole goal of AngelAi is I want this app on every American's, forget that, 8 billion people on this planet, I want it on all of their phones. Right. So it's catching on. We've had 1.4 million hits to AngelAi.com, 270,000 users last month. Massive amount of brand love, and I'm going to highlight some some posts from social media. These are realtors, and I know you all are mortgage brokers, but the reason I put realtors is how hard is it for you to get your realtors to wear your brand, right, and post about your brand. You can have realtors going and posting their open house videos wearing Angel gear. Right? It helps you sell. That's why. It goes back to the first point I made. Angel helps you do more business. Joel's cool. I missed him. He left Vegas yesterday. He was just here. He runs his office meetings. He's a big broker, and I think he's in Dallas. He runs his office meetings wearing Angel brand. He runs his podcast wearing Angel brand. Any UFC fans here? Let's hear a quick note from Bruce Buffer. I did a podcast with him recently.
Well, I'm not just saying this to be courteous to you because you're on the show right now. I'm saying this because I believe it to be true. I hear anybody that's going to be looking to buy a home, I'm going to tell them go to AngelAi. Just for that.
This is a real endorsement right now, by the way, people. This isn't
this is a real endorsement because now I understand it much better than I understood it before he came on the show, and it makes total sense. I mean, there's a theory in life called the KISS theory, keep it simple. This is keeping it simple.
Yeah, and you know what, Bruce? I think that you're kind of one to speak to this. No offense, I'm not trying to call you old when I say this, but this is probably a product that is hard to sell to people that are 60-plus years old.
Very hard.
Because technology's scary, right? I mean, I'm 40 and technology is somewhat scary to me.
People in my age group are not used to technology. Right. But we have to learn to adapt. I am because I deal with, a very young industry, and I market myself to that young industry. So without all that being said, it just makes total sense. I mean, if you're going to do it the simple way. Well, I'm not just saying.
If you watch it from the beginning to end, he actually goes online. He asked me for the URL during the podcast live. Like, he asked me for the URL. He goes there and he starts messing with it. And then it clicks. He's like, oh my God, I get it. I'm using it. And that's when he spontaneously did that. I didn't pay him to say that. Another one of my favorite customers is Sugar Mosley, 7-time world champion boxer. He wears the T-shirt all the time now. I don't pay him to wear the T-shirt. He would charge too much money. He's got 1 million followers. He wears it because he says it feels good wearing it. Not only that, he's a customer. And the guy's made over $100 million in his lifetime, right? Still, merchants, vendors mess with him, and they'll report stuff on his credit report that's not accurate. And kind of person like, whatever. He just moves on. He's got enough money. He doesn't care. I was flying to Puerto Rico with him. I was flying back. We were sitting next to each other, and I explained to him how the AngelAi credit repair functionality works, and he thought that's interesting. And then a week later, he says, "Hey, I actually went in. I did it on my own, and I totally repaired my credit. And I told the accounts that are messed up, and it's doing it." And he's like, "It was easy." All right, so he's a genuine, bona fide customer. Did it on his own. And it's that easy. It's one of the reasons we have so much brand love is because you can literally, any customer can go in there, any consumer, you can do it for your consumers or your realtors, anyone can go in there and say, I want to repair, I have a dispute with XYZ, and it'll start repairing and take care of and solve that problem. I mean, think about how big that is, how many deals you can save. Also, another really exciting feature that's coming out, it's almost ready to be released, is each one of you could have your own personal avatars. Sugar was the first one to get his own avatar.
We programmed this, we trained the AI, went through all your social media, everything on the internet about you.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And we loaded it into the AI.
Wow.
So let's see.
Let's see what it says.
Let me see. Let's say, who is Shane Mosley?
Shane Mosley, born in 1971. Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Wow.
Who is Tito?
Nice. Wow, Angel knows everything.
Yeah. Okay, how did Shane Mosley get his nickname?
Interesting.
That's a good question. Let's see what it comes back with. Sugar Shane. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow, this is nice. So
Yeah.
these you can ask any question about me,
Yeah.
and then it'll search,
Right.
and they'll find it.
Yeah, we had the bot.
Okay.
We told the bot to go through the internet
Right.
and find out
different things.
Everything about you. So whatever's publicly available
Right.
about you on the internet,
Then
it went and grabbed and it loaded it into its trained database. So you're actually seeing a capability of AngelAi, which is brand new. You're the first person that
seen this.
to see this, and the first person where this has been done for.
Wow.
Yeah.
This
So
is nice.
so anybody will be able to go in there, right, and ask it to
To search.
and build, and but more importantly, you will be able to train it yourself. So you'll be able to say, you can say my facts, right, and then whatever you want to say.
So I can tell what my
Yeah,
facts
right.
are.
I'm in Puerto Rico. Again, can't type today.
Okay.
And then it'll start adding it to its database. Because what happens is, like, if you use Google or whatever, right?
Right.
You have no control over what it says. Right? Because it's just whatever's out there, and you can't.
So you kind of put
Right,
your own,
right.
what you know yourself, what it is, and they'll find it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So the prompt is my facts, right?
Oh, that's a prompt. My
That's
facts.
a prompt. My facts.
My
So
facts.
that means you're telling it this is about me.
This is my facts.
This is my fact.
Fact.
Right.
Okay.
You can say about me, or
Yeah.
here's something about me. You can say it any way you want, right? So you don't have to remember the prompt itself. You can just say, here's something about me.
I like it.
Yeah. So and then it's curated because it's secure because you can only say stuff about you.
Right.
Okay. And
Not nobody else.
Nobody else, right?
Yeah. Only you can say about
only-
Shane,
right.
and then knows that that's
Right.
you.
Yes. So the whole idea is that anybody can work with this
Right.
and get answers to their financing questions, and you can ask it all kinds of other things like, what is interest rate? How does this work? Any kind of questions you can ask. Right. So the big part of this is education.
Imagine your customers going on your webpage and talking to you, but it's not you, but getting accurate information about you. And no fake news, right? Because you get to tell it. You could train it yourself by saying, here's something about me. Or if you have a document with more information than what's available on that, you upload, you give it to it, hit the paperclip icon, give it your information, and it learns it on the spot and is ready to answer questions. Not only that, not just questions about you, but questions about your deals, if you're a realtor, about your listings, about your company, whatever you want to load, you can load into it. And it will start answering for you. What you saw there with Sugar was with the text version, and the next version is a fully AI-generated view. The motivation to integrate AI into the credit cleaning process stemmed from the realization that 50% of America needed some form of credit repair due to misreporting by vendors. AngelAi differentiates itself by offering free credit repair, ensuring fair and equal access to credit. It automates the entire process, handling formalities, compliance steps, and dispute resolution, which consumers often find difficult or time-consuming. AngelAi also prioritizes the customer, fostering a supportive environment and effectively addressing the limitations of traditional services. AngelAi's credit cleaning algorithm works by going through all the formalities and compliance steps that consumers may not know how to do or have the time to do. It handles tasks like notifying and following up with creditors to resolve disputes. The AI is designed to make go, no-go decisions, effectively weeding through regulations to ensure accuracy and compliance with credit reporting regulations. Developing AI-powered solutions for credit repair pose challenges like ensuring the AI goes through all compliance steps and resolves disputes effectively. To address data security and privacy concerns, we use blockchain technology. It provides better traceability of datasets and model iterations. However, making all data accessible to a third party amplifies the risk of potential fraud, which is a concern we're continuously working to mitigate. AI is transforming the financial services sector. It's helping consumers manage and improve their credit by offering free credit repair and making go, no-go decisions. AI can handle formalities, compliance steps, and follow-ups that consumers may not have the time or knowledge to do. It's also aiding in loan origination and fostering a customer-centric approach. AI's role is set to grow, making financial services more efficient and accessible. I hope AngelAi will revolutionize the credit repair industry by offering free credit repair services, thus providing fair and equal access to credit. It's designed to handle all the formalities, compliance steps, and follow-ups that consumers often struggle with. My long-term goal is to expand AngelAi's services across various industries, not just the mortgage industry, making financial resources accessible to people of all communities and backgrounds. It'd be on your website, on your listing sites, on whatever you want, right? Enhance loan originators, not replace loan originators. That's the whole point of AI. If you look around, look at the person next to you and say, okay, that person has an AI avatar. That person's answering in his voice, in his image, his customer's information 24/7. Whenever they want, they can talk to him and get accurate information back. You're not doing it. Who do you think is going to win that race? That's the question. If there's anything you walk away from today, is walk away from with the thought, who's going to win? The person who's using AI or the person who's not? Our loan originators and brokers who use it extensively, they describe it as having a dedicated LOA on each loan file. It's as if they have 10 loans in the pipeline, it's like they have 10 LOAs. And the way the UI is designed is on the right-hand side, you have this thing, what we call errands. What I figured out how to use it is they'll create an errand for each loan, and then they'll task it and say, go take care of this or take care of that. And this becomes their file cabinet. I never imagined it to be used that way, but that's how it's being used. That's pretty cool. The other thing is AngelAi speaks over 100 different languages. So you can chat with it in any language, it automatically translates in real time. So we've had real estate brokers tell me that they've won business by connecting. I had a particular, two agents, and I remember clearly. One was that he didn't speak Spanish, and his customer spoke Spanish. He had him connected to AngelAi, and he got real time. He was talking to him in English. The other guy was speaking Spanish. Another agent he lived in an area where they had a lot of people from Cambodia and Laos and didn't speak those languages, and he connects them with AngelAi. It creates websites for you, all the marketing website branded for you, in your name, in your brand, your licenses. She's got this amazing capability that we have now, which is you can tell her, you can make a wish. You can wish for stuff, because she learns and she can be trained so quickly, you can wish for new features. On June 24th, we rolled out credit repair, and we had dozens of consumers hitting it. And we had a couple of people come up with scenarios. This is the first day of credit repair being in production. We had people come up with scenarios that we never considered before. We never, on all the use cases that we thought through, we never thought of those use cases. And we just watched the AI learn in a couple hours and supported the use case. In traditional 20th century technology, it would have taken weeks of coding, manual coding, test, release, for it to learn. And it doesn't learn in traditional programming. You'd have to, a set of engineers had to program and go through this long process to support those. Here, it just learned it. If you connect with me and you ask me a question on Instagram, I will respond to all your questions. Right. I stay on top of it. So
it is also, and you can even do this while this next panel comes up. It's AngelAi.com.
Yeah, AngelAi.com, yeah.
And you can go on to, I think, both the Apple Store and Google Play and download the AngelAi app. It's free. You can also just do it and play. So you can see what kind of scenarios are happening even while we're talking about what limitations there may be.